Hello. As several students have asked me questions about the Accounting 201 class that's fully online, I thought I'd go over a few things with you real quick over here. So let me start out with a quick screen share and show you some of the things, the resources that are available and how to use them and the various deadlines that are applicable. So to start with, everything is on Blackboard. So hopefully you've logged into Blackboard and already started reviewing, which I know some of you have. Anything that I announce, want to share with you that's new will come in announcements. You will see that message over here and that automatically will get emailed to you as well. When you want to ask me a question, please use Message My Professor. This is a secure app over here that I will get and I check frequently. When students send me emails, especially if you send it through Blackboard, it very frequently goes into my spam folder and I don't even know I have a message from you and I don't respond to it for a long time. We don't want that to happen. So please use this Message My Professor portal and that works really well for us. So let me go over quickly with the syllabus. In the syllabus, again, hopefully you've read it. I want to go over a couple of really important things. Let's start out with our textbook. All of you have access to the textbook and all the resources. Tomorrow is the last day to add or drop a class. If you're still registered in this class tomorrow at the end of the day, you automatically get billed for this textbook. If on the next day, on the 9th, you decide to drop the class, you will still get billed for the book. So be very sure by the end of tomorrow that you are going to stay in this class. And actually, it's for all classes that use direct access, whichever class you're registered in. So I shall worry about my textbook and not anyone else's textbook, of course. I've already talked to you about messaging me. On Connect, I'll go over that. Every chapter, you have 7 resources. The first 4 resources are for practice. They're not graded, which means it doesn't affect your grade. Obviously, it's going to affect your grade in that you're going to better understand the material, and so you will do well on the graded section in the exams. But the scores you earn over here will not affect the grade that you earn in this class. So what I'm concerned with is the assignments and the exams. Exams, I will talk to you. I'll put out another video just for the first exam. The assignments are what I want to focus on today. SmartBook, homework, and data analytics. This is worth 40% of your grade. These are easy points. Do not lose these points. In fact, you should max out on these points. So let's go over each one of these and see what they are. So first to start with, for any course you take at a university, if you're taking a 3 credit hour class, you're in class for 3 hours. The normal expectation is you're going to study outside class for 3 hours for that particular course. If it's a very easy course, you know the material, you like it, chances are you'll spend less time. The harder the course, you'll spend more than 3 hours. But 3 to 3 is a minimum. So for a 3 credit hour class, you should work 3 hours outside of class. Now this class is fully online. So it's all on your own time. Now the assignments, SmartBook is you read the chapter and based on as you're reading it, it asks you questions and you're scored based on the answers you give over there. You have only one attempt, but it is not timed. As long as you click on the save and exit. So you start an assignment, you read it for half hour, you save and exit, you can come back tomorrow, the day after, until the due date. You don't have to check my work feature for SmartBook, but you can recharge. What this means is after a chapter has been completed, the due date is passed, you can start this all over again, but it won't affect the score you already earned. This is what 20%. So just to read your chapter, I'm giving you 20%. Okay, it's a high incentive over here for you to read the chapter. It would take you probably 2 to 3 hours to read it. Remember, you're going through about 100 pages or 150 pages in some cases of technical material. So don't expect to breeze through it. You're not reading a pamphlet, you're reading an entire chapter. Once you've read the chapter, answered those questions and understood it, do the homework assignment. Most students have told me the homework assignment takes them only about 20 minutes. For most homework assignments, I will put out a video. If I don't have one from a previous semester, I'll make a new one. Or if someone's asked questions, I'll put out another video. If you watch the video and you read your chapter, homework assignments typically take only 20 minutes. Again, you have only one attempt, but you can save and exit, which means if you start it and decide you can't finish it now, save it and you can come back to it later on. There's a feature called check my work over here. In this feature, in this check my work feature, what happens is each time you input any information in the homework, you can click check my work and it'll tell you whether it's right or wrong. Make sure it says it is complete and correct. So if you put in, for instance, debits and credits, you put in the debit, it says it's correct. But if it doesn't say it's complete and correct, it means you still have to do something. You have to put the credit. There's some more information it's looking for. What it's saying is what you have put in so far is correct, but it's not complete. You can redo the assignment, but it works different than recharge. I'll talk about that later on. But you have only one attempt. As long as you click save and exit, you're fine. So what happens if you did 90% of the work, you click save and exit, and you forgot at the due date to submit it? It automatically gets submitted at the due date. So you don't have to worry about that part. It's not timed, but you should really budget, let's say, half hour to do it, and you will be done in 20 minutes. Now, the fun part is data analytics. This is a software, it's a data visualization software. You visualize the data. Well, the software visualizes and gives you the information and asks you questions based on that. Again, if you've read the chapter, done the homework, last semester students told me it never took them more than 5 to 10 minutes to do this assignment. Now, if you go back and you look at the scores, you're saying, gee, this is going to take me only 5 or 10 minutes. This is going to take me 3 hours. Let me do this first. Most probably you're not going to be able to answer the questions here if you've not read the chapter. So it's really progressive, the learning curve. As you keep moving forward, it becomes easier. That's why it takes only about 10 minutes. Read the chapter, do the homework, and then do the data analytics assignment. Okay, let me scroll down here a couple of things quickly. If anyone has a note from the Accessibility and Disability Service Office, please send it to me so I can make accommodations for time or whatever the accommodations you need is due to you. But if you do not give me that letter, I can't give you the accommodation. So please make sure you do that. Hopefully within a couple of weeks, our library is going to start free tutoring. Make use of these resources. Again, I'll give you more information as it becomes available. Again, important date. Tomorrow, Feb 8th, is the last day to drop this class. And it won't affect your grades, and you don't get billed for the textbook. If you're in the class, you will get billed for the textbook. So tomorrow, that date is important. Again, the first 3 chapters, the assignments are already open, so someone can theoretically go in and do all 3 chapters and be done with it. They're due at 7 p.m. However, look at the due dates. Chapter 1 is due on the 11th, that's this Friday. The following Friday, chapter 2 is due. And then the following Friday, chapter 3 is due. So they're staggered. So right now, focus on chapter 1, get chapter 1 done. Okay, let me take you and show you what you will see when you work on Connect. Once you create your account in Connect, once you click on any of those icons I showed you on Blackboard, you create your account, it brings you over here. It says exams. There are 3 items. You have 3 exams, but they're not available to you right now. We'll talk about that later on. Chapter 1, you have 7 items. All of these chapters, you have 7. Let me go through one of these. Okay. So you see this arrow over here. This arrow, when you click on it, it tells you it opened on the 17th. It's due on the 31st. You can go ahead and begin. Now, let me open a graded assignment. This opened on the 31st. It's due on the 11th, and there's only 1 attempt. And it tells you these are for points, 20 points possible. Okay. So these are the graded assignments that we're concerned with, as in you have to do them by the due date. Now, let's say, for instance, someone decides, oh, I really want to look at liabilities. Well, you can do the first 4, which are the resources you can work on. You look at the graded assignments, there's a lock over here. It won't let you open it. It won't let you start. April 10th is when that opens. Okay. Same thing when you go all the way up over here for exams. They all have locks, which means you're not going to have access to the exam right now. Again, let's focus on chapter 1. I need you to create your account on Connect. I need you to get started with chapter 1 and do the assignments. Read the chapter, keep a block of time, and you will go quite fast on these assignments. Okay, so if anyone has questions, please make sure that you ask me any questions that you have. Send me a message.